much. You're most welcome to this video. We are going to look at how to estimate area using trapezium rule and mid-ordinate rule. The example one is saying using the trapezium rule, estimate the area bounded by the curve y equals to x squared plus x plus 5 and the line x equals to -3, x equals to 2 using 5 strips. So we have been given the curve as y equals to x squared plus x plus 5. So the first thing we're supposed to sketch this curve on the x and y plane. So let's draw our x-axis. This is our x. Then this is our y. The curve is starting from -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, up to 2. So since it is a quadratic curve, it will take the shape like this. So this is the curve y equals to x squared plus x plus 5. We are supposed to mark where it's starting from -3 up to -2. So the area under here, this is the area that we are supposed to estimate using the trapezium rule. So they are telling us, the question is telling us to use strips, 5 strips. So we shall create the first strip, second strip, third one, fourth, and then the fifth. So the vertical lines here are the y ordinates. They are the values of y that we must get to help us to calculate this area. So what we are supposed to do is to go and create a table of x and y. We shall go and draw our table for x and y. X is starting from -3 to -2 to -1 to 0 to 1 up to 2. So we are going to use the equation of the curve y equals to x squared plus x plus 5 to find the values of y. By substituting where there is x, we substitute in the equation, then we find y. So when x is -3, we shall have our y as -3 squared plus 3 plus 5. -3 squared is 9 plus -3 is going to be 6 plus 5, 11. That is y. When x is -2 squared is 4 minus 2, that is 2 plus 5, 7. -1 squared, that is 1 plus or minus 1, is 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 squared is 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 1 plus 1 plus 5, you get 7. 4 plus 2 is 7 plus 5, 11. So these are the values of y. So when we are using trapezium rule, we use the formula area equals to a half interval into bracket y naught plus yn plus 2 into bracket y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus until we reach yn minus 1, where h is the interval, the strip intervals. Then y naught is the first value of y, yn is the last value, then y1 is the second value, third value is y2, fourth value is y3, yn minus 1 is the second last value. So the interval h, if we go back to the sketch of our curve, when we go back to the sketch of our curve, you will note that our curve has the interval of 1. Reason being, it is moving from -2 to -3 to -2 to -1 to 0. So the interval is +1. So meaning h is 1. We shall substitute and say half times 1 into bracket y0, which is 11, plus yn is 11, plus 2 into y1 is the second value of y, which is 7, plus 5 plus 5 plus 7. And simplify this, we shall have half times 1/2 into bracket 11 plus 11, 22, plus 2 times this one, 7 plus 5 plus 5 plus 7, that will be 24. We shall have half times 22 plus 2 times 24, we shall have 22 plus 48. 22 plus 48, we shall have 70. So when you multiply half by 70, our answer will be 35 square units. This is our answer. This is the area using trapezium rule. Then the second example. Use the mid-ordinate rule with the 6 strips to find the area bounded by the curve y equals to x squared plus 1 and the lines x equals to -2 and x equals to 10 and the x-axis. The equation of the curve is y equals to x squared plus 1. So let us sketch this curve on the x and y axis. This is x, and this is y. It is starting from -2, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 10. But they are telling us to use 6 strips. If you count these 2 to 1, we shall get 12 intervals. So for us to get 6 strips, then it means we should join them into 2. So before we do that, let's sketch our curve. It is a quadratic curve. It will take that shape. It is from -2 up to +10. So the first strip will be -2 to 0, 0 to +2, +2 to +4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10. This is our first strip, second strip, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So meaning this vertical line is our y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, then the last one is yn. Now, when using mid-ordinate rule, we don't find the values of y on the strips. we come to the middle. Since it is called mid-ordinate, we shall pick the middle values of the strips. So we shall pick this middle value, go to this strip, the middle value, middle value, middle value, middle value, middle value. So the values of y that we shall use will be this one. This will be our y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, then yn, the last value of y. So when we go and solve it, we shall need to create a table. You'll have to put a table for x and y so that we can find the values of y that we need. Shall need x and y. So the x and y that we are supposed to use here are x equals to -1, x equals to 1, x is 3, 5, 7, and 9. Only the middle one. So we shall have x from -1, go to +1, go to 3, 5, go to 7, and finally 9. We shall use the equation of the curve y equals to x squared plus 1. So when we substitute y equals to -1, we shall have -1 squared plus 1, shall have 2, 1 squared plus 1, shall still have 2, 3 squared plus 1, we shall have 9 plus 1, 10, 5 squared plus 1, we shall have 26, 7 squared plus 1, that is 50, 9 squared plus 1 is 82. Now, since we have the values of y needed, what we need now is the formula of mid-ordinate rule. Using mid-ordinate rule, area equals to h into y0 plus y1 plus y2 plus until we reach the last yn. Our h here, we shall go back to our sketch of the curve. Then we see the interval of the strip, -2 to 0. That is a difference of 2, 0 to 2. So the interval is 2. So our h is 2 into y0 is the first y, which is 2, plus 2, plus 10, plus 26, plus 50, plus 82. We shall have 2 times 172. Finally, when we multiply 2 by 172, we shall have 344 square units. That is our area when we are using mid-ordinate rule. Thank you for watching. See you soon.